Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-April 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Aries. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at what's coming for the remainder of April. We're also going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We'll also do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, Aries, let's jump in, starting with that first column, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We are pulling a summary affirmation card here, and your card says, I will guide. I always like the guide card. I feel like there is something that you have guided yourself through these last few weeks, Aries. For some of you, you could have guided somebody else as well, but I feel like this is you guiding you for the majority of you. This is very authentic and very genuine though, which I really like the feeling of. But let's see what messages, again, we've got coming through here. Sorry, that was way too high. Okay, let's see though. Alright, so first up we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups has a card of nurturing, healing, supportive. On the original tarot card deck, this card looks like a trophy too, or excuse me, the cup looks like a trophy. And with this is like, again, about polishing your trophies, supporting, healing. Definitely ties nicely into providing that guidance, but it's just so genuine and wholesome and nurturing that's associated with this, so I like it. It's treating yourself as the trophy and making sure you're getting taken care of, or this person that we are guiding. Again, it's so authentic and true and nurturing. Just such good feelings with the Queen of Cups. The next card that we have is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is a card of speed, action, quick change. This can also be a card of finding out news. So I feel like you found out something and it's like, how do we move forward? How do we proceed with the information that we found out? Or if you were guiding somebody, again, it's that news that they found out, and where do we go from there? This is also fast paced too, so I don't feel like there's a lot of time. Like it was kind of on the fly and it was prompt action. But again, for the most part, I feel like we found something out and it's like, okay, then what do we do with this news? What is our next step here? Then at the bottom, we have the Four of Coins or the Four of Pentacles. This is a card of desire for long-term security. This is a desire. This is something we want that we don't yet have. And it's like, okay, we have the news, we have the information we just found out, and how do we use this to then accomplish what we are trying to accomplish? This is kind of like your North Star, your guiding star here. Okay, let's take a look at clarifiers though, and see what other information I can give you here. First, we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of family, friends. So again, you could be guiding yourself through, or you could be providing guidance to family, friend, loved one. With the Four of Wands, this looks like a finish line. So this is like a card of completion. I feel like you wrap something up, so it's like, okay, we got this done. Now where do we go from here? We're celebrating, we're happy that it's done, but it's like the next step happened right away. The action was so quick, so prompt. So again, we completed one thing, but it's like, how do we guide? How do we move on to the next? The next card that we have, next clarifier, is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card, it's very nostalgic. It's a card of reflection. It's like, where did we go? So how can we go forward with it? I think we're also kind of feeling like we're reflecting because things happen so quickly too. Again, with that Eight of Wands, it's very quick. The information that you found out too could be triggering some reflection. Again, it's almost like, how did this happen, or why did this happen? And now you have all the pieces together, so it's easy to look back on this situation and reflect. I also like this because we want to know where we've been so we can know where we're going as well. At the bottom here, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful. This is about putting your resources in the right place. Time, money, energy. So, and that could very well be what the guidance is too. How much time are we going to spend on this? How much energy are we going to put into this? How much money are we going to put into this? All these things that move you closer to your desire, move you closer to the thing you're hoping to accomplish. But again, we have to be resourceful with those resources to get there. I like that energy. Something got done, and it got done very quickly, and we're like right on to the next step there, Aries. But let's go and take a look at our next column. So what's coming for the remainder of April? We have the summary affirmation card, I am chosen. There's something you're destined to do, something you're chosen to do. You're the delegate here, it seems, Aries. So more action for you, I would think. Let's go ahead and clarify and see what messages we've got coming through here. The first card we have is the Six of Wands. I really like this because whatever this thing is, this thing that you're chosen to do, this task that needs to be done, it's going to have a really successful outcome. This is victory, award, recognition, good news, success. So again, favorable, positive outcomes of whatever this next task at hand is. The next card that we have is the Hermit. The Hermit is going within for clarity. This is about being on your own personal quest, your own journey for personal truth and spiritual illumination. I always tell people, like, the Hermit is what feels good in the heart. So I like this because this is something you're genuinely interested in. This is something you are passionate about and care about. So it's not like you got chosen to do a crappy task. You got chosen to do something that feels good to you, that you're passionate about, which is nice. And again, definitely that successful outcome. At the bottom here, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of persistence. I feel like there is no time for a break here. Again, we just pushed through one thing, and now you need to push through this next thing. The Nine of Wands is that card of persistence and getting things done. So I think it's happening really quickly in that sense. And you just, again, you don't really have that downtime, that pause time. We're flowing from one thing right into the next task. Looking at our clarifiers, first up we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, if you look at the horse and rider here, they're moving very quickly. Again, you just took one step, and now you need to take another step basically right away, Aries. So be ready for that prompt action. But the nice thing is we're going to knock this thing out right away, and it's going to be successful, so you're going to get it done almost immediately. The next card that we have is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is a card of expansion. This is a card of growth. Again, this is moving us towards the long game, what we want in life, what we need in life, what we hope for in life. Again, that thing that feels good. So lots of growth and expansion happening here. Taking this step forward will lead you again closer. At the bottom, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a card of giving or receiving help. I will say, it's not that there's not help here, but I don't think you'll have enough time to ask for help. Things will happen too quickly to really get any help. So you kind of just got to buckle up. Like I said, we just knocked one thing out, and there's another task, another something that needs to be done pretty promptly here, Aries. Okay, now let's look at our next column, which is anything related to money. Starting out with a quick money message, the card says, oranges assist with magnetizing your attraction to money. Nourish your relationship by having fresh oranges around or by burning a wild orange essential oil. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here, Aries. First, we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an Ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Swords, this is new idea. This is new mental clarity. Honestly, I feel like we did one task and we have another task that's going to get done. And I feel like this is the next move. I'm just throwing it out there. It's like you've taken this step, and now you move on to this next step. But again, we have the ideas, we have the clarity of what the next step is. The next card we have is the Ten of Coins. The Ten of Coins is very long term. This is something big. This is something meaningful. This is leaving a legacy, Aries. It's so big, there's a legacy that comes with it. And all of these steps are building the legacy, paving the path, moving you forward. This can also be associated with retirement, so congratulations to those you are retiring. You could also be like retiring in the sense that you're stepping away from a job and starting a new job, so it's like retiring from a certain career perhaps. And there's some lump sum of money associated with the Ten of Coins as well. But again, big legacy-like. At the bottom here we have the Justice card. The Justice card is a card that's always favorable for you. This is like cause and effect, putting in the effort, reaping the benefits. The Justice card can also be a card of truth. So again, we keep getting the information, the clarity that we need to move forward. Justice is always great for legal matters, contracts, matters of the court. That indicates favorable outcome there for you. But let's take a look at our clarifiers. You do have all sword clarifiers, so I like to call that out there for you, Aries. Swords are air energy, and it's very intellectual type energy. But first up, we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a card of self-imposed restrictions. I feel like you just like want to take a breather, want to take a break, and I'm not sure you're going to have that opportunity to do so. You kind of have to keep pushing forward. Again, you did one task and the next task, and then the next one's coming up. So just keep that in mind. I don't know that we're going to have this breather or break maybe that you would like. The next card we have is the King of Swords. Such a nice pairing with the Ten of Pentacles. The King of Swords is also big. It's strategic. It's intentional. It's a long term. Keep crunching away at these steps. Keep taking these steps forward to obtain this desire that we have. And at the bottom we have the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card. It can be a card of theft, betrayal, dishonesty. If that's the case, there will be truth that's coming out. Almost feel like the wrong will be righted. But this can also be a card of like wanting to run away. And I feel like you're kind of wanting to pull back. I think things are happening really fast here. Rather than pulling back, I think you need to lean in and push forward here, Aries. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. Quick love message to get started with here. It says forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Let's take a look here at our love cards. Okay, all major arcana here, Aries, I always like to call that out. So when I see this, this is like big, bold, crisp, clean messages. So big messages when we get all arcana spread like that. But first up, we have the Sun card. In terms of good card in the tarot deck, it really truthfully does not get any better than the Sun card. This is a card of material happiness, joyous outcome, success. I feel like these are happy, healthy, thriving relationships, which is great to see. This could be an existing relationship or entering into a new relationship as well. The next card that we have is the Lovers card. The Lovers card is a card of partnership, deep love. This is strength together. I feel like these are happy, healthy, thriving relationships. In terms of love, this just looks so strong this month. Lovers card can indicate a decision, but I don't know that a decision's really coming much into play. This is more about having the love card in the love column. At the bottom here, we have the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of greed, envy, materialism, obsession. I do think that there is something that we need to get back. There's something that's detracting from the situation, something that we're caught up in and giving a lot of time, attention, and energy to. It's interesting, there's like a past event. This is the past event that we haven't moved forward from. But everything else looks so happy and healthy, so it's like, how do we overcome that event? Taking a look at our clarifiers, We have the Two of Cups. Not at all surprised to see this, just given the strength of the love cards that we have here. This is romantic love, partnership, proposal, marriage. So again, another really excellent love card here, Aries. The Hermit is a card of going within for clarity. This is about being on your own personal quest and living your truth. And I feel like this relationship supports it. At your core, at your heart, this is relationships that are making you feel good, which is great to see. At the bottom here, we have the Star card. The Star card is a card of renewal, hope, inner clarity. We do need to bring light to this situation. See the big light there? We need to bring light to whatever this issue is and find renewal. I wouldn't say that this is like getting over it, but it's how do we move past whatever this thing that could be causing conflict. Okay, now at this time, Aries, I'm going to give you, we're going to go into our fifth and final column, which is message from our future self or spirit guides. Our final summary affirmation card here is I feel balanced. I feel like kind of like a broken record sometimes when balance cards come up. I just like go into full preach mode, but I feel like we can all always use more balance. So I get so excited when balance cards come up. So I'm looking forward to you having a nice balanced last few weeks of the month here. But let's see what other information we have. Again, love, love, love balance cards. First up though, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a card of being very traditional, being very conventional. This is also a card of like expectations. So I do think that things are going to slow down, which I like to see. Like they're going to meet your expectations of how busy you want to be. And that sounds kind of silly to say, but we've already talked about, I don't think that you like maybe the sprinting pace that we're at right now. So I do think that'll slow down. And again, things will fall back into your expectations of how busy you would like to be and how quickly you'd like to move once we get over these next few steps. The next card that we have is the Chariot. The Chariot is, somebody once described it to me as the vroom vroom card. It means there's action, there's change. This is about being on a journey. Things are going to keep moving forward, but I think they'll be moving forward at a more balanced pace. Again, they're more so meeting your expectations once we get through the crunch. At the bottom here, we have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is a card of love. This is like Prince or Princess Charming, very romantic, very proposal-like. So another love card. I actually like this because it's kind of side by side with, I don't want to call this the conflict, but the thing that we need to work through here. So connecting this into here. But let's clarify and see what other messages we've got. Okay. First up, we have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is a card a feeling like you're in a low spot. Again, you're just burnt out. This is like you laying down and be like, this is too much, too fast. So again, don't lose hope here, Aries. Things will slow down and come back into your pace, but you have to sprint just a little bit further before we balance out. The next card we have is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is very active. It's very creative. It's like doing what you need to do to get something done. You're on this change. You're on this journey. It will ease up though and slow a little bit down. So you're going to still keep taking these steps forward. It's just going to be at a pace you're more comfortable with here coming soon. At the bottom here, we have the Ace of Cups. Again, anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of oh my gosh, with the Ace of Cups, this is new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. So lots of love cards sprinkled in here. So you didn't get enough love messages in our love column. Look, we even made an L for you. L for love, Aries. Lots of love messages. Okay, now let's take a look. I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But question number 1 is the 6 of Spades. This is number 29 card. That's going to be a no. Question number 2 is the King of Hearts. This is number 24 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3 is the 8 of Spades. This is number 32 card. That's going to be a no. So no, yes, no there for you, Aries. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of April. Your crystal this month is Diamond, which is good for spiritual freedom, light, helps with thinking big, and really gives you that far-sightedness. And last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your Healing Note says, people don't always need advice. Sometimes all they really need is a hand to hold, an ear to listen, and a heart to understand them. Thank you so much, Aries, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when we post new content. I did also include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you so much, Aries, and I hope you have a fabulous rest of your April.